everybody. Welcome back once again to the Retro Wrestling Review USWA podcast. I'm your host, Gene Jackson, coming to you, as always, from the Retro Wrestling Archive in Gadsden, Alabama, along with producer Smokey behind the scenes, making everything happen. And, of course, before we get going, we got to bring on my co-hosts, or my first co-host. He is possessed by the spirit of America. Yes, it's him, the one, the only, Josh Briley. Josh, how are you doing this morning?
This song makes me possessed, but not by the spirit of America. It's an evil spirit right now. Makes me want to go and litter and just pop people's tars on their car and get a tar tool after them and all kind of other stuff. How you doing,
this past weekend for Father's Day, you didn't round up the kids, take them down to the park, the little spirits, and give them trash bags and have them clean up the park in the spirit of America?
I did not. I have grown spirits now. They're probably working.
By God. I guess what we're going to have to do is just like the USWA show did this week. We're going to have to show you every bit of that Spirit of America shit from last week all over again to make sure you're properly possessed. With God, we saw every minute of that shit from last week. Unfucking believable. But before we get going, we got to bring him on. He is the owner, founder, and president of STSpod.club, and I've heard he now wants to be referred to as the king of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Here he is.
I never said that.
Producer Smokey told me that. I don't know. Sometimes.
How about no? I told him I want to be referred to as the new king.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about. I shoehorned that Power Pro thing in there. So the new king.
Is that why Jerry Lawler called Smokey and said if he introduces you as the new king, it'll be the worst mistake he ever made in his life? Yeah. Wait a minute, that's the wrong show. Yeah, we're off.
We're real confused. Hey guys, Josh, my favorite host of, especially after this week's episode of P3 Radio, and my best friend Gene. Brought to you by Jolly Roll Furniture. They're at 122 South Main Street in Memphis and Spaghetti Warehouse at 40 West Hulling. Hulling Avenue there in Memphis. Smokey said, make sure you give them the street so people, if you go to either one of those places, tell them that BT sent you. Also, I talked about Jerry Lawler getting a street named about him after him last week. I have some other details about it that I thought was really cool. I just want to share with everybody. We said first that the street runs alongside. This is Kevin Lawler posted this on Facebook. The street runs alongside Treadwell School, where he went to and graduated from. The street also runs alongside where he would play softball and football every Sunday for years. The very location where he broke his leg while playing football. And lastly,
thanks to Jerry Calhoun. Did he mention that?
Yeah, thanks to Jerry Calhoun. And lastly, the street crosses over Vernon, the street he lived at as a child and grew up on. I can't talk this morning. So the ceremony for the street's going to be Thursday, August the 20th. So there you go.
Make your plans to be there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And now Kevin's just waiting for him to name something Yellow Jacket Junction, and they'll both be representing there.
Well, Memphis. I figured I could try to get a street named in my local town, but it might intersect where the actual IRS came and met me to tell me my daddy was going to jail if he didn't pay his taxes. Maybe that could be the street that it intersects with.
I want it to be called BT Expressway myself.
Yeah.
I'll support that. I don't even live there, but I'll support that.
And just like on the show, after all that talk, look at his kid's face right here. I had to screenshot that kid's face. Like pretty much everybody on the screen kind of looks that way, but the one that's just staring down the camera right there, I'm just going to keep that on hand for when things, when really shitty segments.
You can just leave it up for the whole show if you want to.
Yeah. really works for this whole show. Good Lord. But yeah, all right. Well, we're not going to bury the show before we get started like we've done a couple times now. But we're headed back to November 23rd, 1991. Good news. Corey Maclin is here once again. Dave Brown's back, but Corey's still here. This may be where Corey falls back in full time here, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I know he's here in 92. So, I mean, I hate to see Michael St. John go. We've had some fun with Michael St. John this season, but of course, not as much fun as we have with our good buddy Corey Maclin. As he tells us today, we're going to see the Tennessee stud Robert Fuller in there with his new tag team partner, the young gun Mike Mitchell. And if you're watching or listening to this, if you have any information at all about who the hell the young gun Mike Mitchell was, please send it our way. And great news, guys, in case you were worried, the Spirit of America will be in action this week along with the Gravedigger and a big 8-man tag team match, which Corey's going to point out is going to involve JT Smith. But that may be subject to change, as they say. We'll see when we get there.
They did the same thing kind of with Young Gun, Mike Mitchell. They called him Young Gun at first, Mike Mitchell, then finally said Young Gun, Mike Mitchell together. So it's just weird.
They fucked up the notes, BT. We didn't know what they were saying in there. So, yeah, we get a... right out of the gate, we got a pre-taped interview with Robert Fuller and his young gun partner. I'm not going to put you through that, but there they are.
That face. I'm sorry, that is not your classic cowboy face.
No, and the hand on the hip there, I don't know. He looks like one of them Dyersburg cowboys, that you would see wrestling over there somewhere. I don't even know.
At
what
least
that
you
means,
didn't slam one of my sponsors like I did last week. So I appreciate that.
So yeah, we get that pre-taped promo from them, and then they're going to be challenging right out of the gate. Now, here's what's crazy: Jeff Jarrett got kicked all the way down to number 38 in the rankings. He's got to beat everybody who ever wrestled in Memphis in their entire lives to earn a title shot with Jerry Lawler. Robert Fuller is now going on to his third tag team title shot in a row with a third partner. So apparently tag team titles, whoever just shows up, they can get a shot. By God, Lawler's belt, it's going to take a while to get there. So that's interesting to me. So first match of the day, we go straight into a match with young gun Mike Mitchell and Robert Fuller. I didn't clip this either. But Corey talks about this being Fuller's new tag team partner. And Fuller, what'd y'all think about that promo where Fuller was like, he come back from the ring after losing and Mike Mitchell was there and now he's going to take him under his wing. And I don't know. I got lost during that promo. I was just like, well, who is this guy? I kept focusing on that. Like you said, that look, he doesn't look like a cowboy. He doesn't even look like a guy who'd be like tagging with Robert Fuller or wrestling for the tag title. I mean, he just looks like that'd be some guy standing in the ring when we come back from a break, ready to just get, thrashed in there. I think it's because he had those nice cowboy boots. They're like, I think we can do something with those boots at least.
Yeah.
Could be that JCPenney cowboy hat. He didn't look authentic. It's probably, like you said, some outlaw guy. And Robert, let's face it, Robert's drowning right now. It's like even with Handsome Jimmy, the Handsome Jimmy effect didn't rub off on him. That was a one and done thing too. And this guy, I don't believe in this guy. The end of the match, though, I did like I'm a sucker for the tag team finish, the tag team participation finish where one assists the other. Robert whipped him into the rope, and I know he said it was a crossbody, but it was more like what Jesse Ventura called a flying burrito. Tito Santana. It looked awesome, but I think it was a mistake.
Oh yeah, it was just a mistimed reverse crossbody. I probably should have clipped that part because that was an interesting maneuver, as Vince McMahon would say.
What I thought about it was that Robert, and you mentioned just a little bit there, Gene, he acted like that Mike had just been around wrestling for the last couple of weeks, and he wasn't successful. Like, we were supposed to know who this guy was, and The only reason we know the name is that you mentioned it, and we looked at some the spot shows and the Loop. He's not been working for USWA. This is his best I can tell, one of his first shows for the USWA. And Monday night will be his second show, I believe. Or third.
Do you remember where his name came up last week that it even got mentioned?
The ratings.
Yes, he was number 10. Jeff Jarrett's number 38. Promoter's son is 38. Mike Mitchell, who's never wrestled in Memphis, probably hadn't had 10 matches in his life, if I had to guess, was number 10 in the top 10. So explain that, please. But they wrestled Ken Raper in the shadow, got the win with that backflip flying burrito, as Josh mentioned. Quite impressive. So they earned him a tag team title shot here, I guess.
The best thing that this match induced for me, honestly, was a conversation between me and my wife, because I'm playing it. I'm playing it in the commentary. Raper with the pin attempt, and just Raper, good move by Raper. And she said, "Well, I used to work at a daycare," and she called the guy's name, and she said they were twin boys. They were the little Raper boys. Oh, that popped me so fucking good, man. I was like, that is great. I gotta tell you.
That's a hell of a gimmick there, the little Raper boys. Boy.
I was worried it was gonna be somebody at work there. I'm like, if you ever hired somebody named Raper at a daycare, you're just waiting for something bad to happen.
They are actually an affluent group in our town.
Wow.
The Rapers.
The little Raper boys.
The little Raper boys is what she called it.
All I can think of is that Christmas song, Little Drummer Boy or whatever. Little Raper Boy. That's going to be Ken Raper's new moniker here.
I was falling in love with Corey's commentary on his shadow, man. He described that guy like he was his next door neighbor or something. I was like, what the hell he's putting over the shadow? I thought they was going to put the shadow over or something first. So
Corey's really good at his job. That's why we've been having this big debate on some of these other shows.
Between
me and Rob,
I've been
Corey. I've been telling everybody that Corey Macklin's a better announcer than Lance, and Rob gets all offended, and it started a whole big fight on some of the shows. But
Corey, we all say that together.
Gory. So after the big win by the Tennessee Stud and the Young Gun, we then proceed to spend the next 20 minutes of the show recapping every single moment that the Spirit of America was on our screens last week, as if that wasn't enough. We get to relive it again. There's a lot of rehash on this show, honestly. A lot more than I care for anyway, but we get through all the replays, and then we get, and I didn't clip this either, we've seen enough of these, but we get Eric Embry with this scene behind him.
Which he points behind him and says he is in Texas.
Yes.
So we're somewhere in Texas.
We're not supposed to think this is a green screen. We're supposed to think he's legitimately.
And he wrestles later.
That's what's great about it. He's standing in front of a mountain in Texas, but he's gonna make it to Memphis in time to wrestle. I guess.
Is that the Little House on the Prairie? That I think that might. No,
it could be. But yeah, he went out there in his robe and the studio microphone and shot that in Texas, or that's what we're supposed to believe anyhow. And now we get to hear. We've seen 50 clips of him. Now we get to hear live in the studio. Spirit of America.
Oh, God.
Everyone.
Right here, yeah. All right, come on over. How you doing? Right out here.
Good, brother. I just want to thank all the people for their support, especially my little spirits. I got a message for you, Eric Embry. That's just a little example of what's going to happen to you. So I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to stick your fat butt in the garbage can where it belongs. Yeah!
Spirit of America. There he goes. Back here with more from the USWA.
Dave just always seems genuinely happy whenever he gets to introduce Spirit of America or he's out there.
Yeah.
I think he had a hand in this gimmick or something. I don't know.
You ain't lying, Gene, because he just released the microphone to him.
Yes.
He did not put up a fight, not 1 ounce of fight against the Spirit of America snatching that microphone from his hand. Yes, that's an even further stamp that he is somehow involved in this.
Yeah, I noticed that. I even made note of it. Here's something that it dawned on me last week. I forgot to mention it. He's calling them his little spirits. Wouldn't that make it a ghost gimmick? Like Casper and Little Spirit? What? Man, this is really confusing me.
Well, as long as we don't call them his little spooks, it'll be all right. Just talking about spirits.
That's Gene, my digger.
Oh, take it easy. Lord. I got an email about that this week.
I'm sorry, Digger's going to be on here later. So,
but it was putting it over. So next we get them running down the card for Monday night, and in my head, like I forgot to mention before he did that wonderful promo right there. Spirit of America got a win over Chris Frazier.
Poor Chris.
Look at the rat tails in full effect. Like last week you couldn't see because he had all them little things tied around his head, but this week it is glorious. My God.
But that voice is the gimmick killer in this area. If he's in like Iowa somewhere, oh yeah, they're selling out silos and shit. Like it's gonna be bad. But this son of a bitch with that voice, I hated that shit as a 9-year-old. I thought he was a Yankee. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, tell me go out and pick up trash. Like that was
yeah. No trash, what a way to get it. What a way to get over with kids. Because I know that's what they're aiming for. Is like, yeah, this would be a good. Tell me as a kid to go spend my afternoon picking up trash, talk my parents into carrying me down to the park with a garbage bag. Yeah, you're a heel, sir. You are not
definitely
at all.
My fat ass gonna be eating Cheetos and watching TV. So
even the way that he said, Eric Embry, I'm going to put your fat butt in the garbage can where it belongs. Like that. That instantly made Eric Embry a fucking babyface in my eyes. Like,
he come off like a super nerd in that promo. Now until they announced this match, in my head, I always thought that Reggie showed up as the Candyman as a babyface first, and then disappeared, and then reemerged as Reggie B, the manager. As in, I thought he was there in sometime in 1990. I forgot that Reggie had already been here as Reggie B. Fine, been a heel manager, did all that shit with Awesome Kong and all that, and now, just out of the clear blue sky, Monday night, the Candyman's going to be taking on Leatherface of all people. Smokey, what are you doing? Smokey's drunk this morning.
It's like
Smokey. Candyman versus Leatherface. Now we're fixing to hear from the Candyman.
Oh God!
What we got here is a medley of promos that I just pulled out of the card for Monday night. So we're going to hear a few different people talk about their matches for Monday night, and then we'll talk about them on the other side. But just get ready for babyface Candyman. He's out here on the desk a few weeks ago trying to call Chubb Rock, managing Awesome Kong, and now, well, you'll see him here in just a moment.
Hey, I'm a happy man today, baby. Yes, I am. I know y'all wonder what Reggie B. Fine doing out here in this gimmick like this. Hey, but you know what, baby? I am the Candyman. I done changed my ways. You know what? On the serious tip, I'm going to tell y'all a little story. About a week or two ago, I was walking down the street, and this little boy came up to me. He said, tell me, why you so dirty? Why you be doing people so wrong? You know, I done did a lot of things in the past that was real bad, you understand? But now, I done changed my ways, baby. I'm the Candyman. I'm just as happy as I want to be. But, back to my story. The reason I say that, the little boy came up to me, he said, why you do all the things that you do? Well, I said, I tell you what. Come and go to the wrestle with me sometime, you'll see. He said, I tell you what, on one condition, you come and go to church with me. So you never write until you write with the man upstairs. And I have seen the light. I'm talking about everywhere I go from here on out, it's going to be candy. I'm talking about candy for the kids. I don't care if I got to go to the mall, to the hospital. Wherever I go, it's going to be candy. I'm the candy man. Oh, I feel good now, y'all. I'm the candy man, baby. Yes, yes.
Robert Fuller, these tag team straps mean we are the best tag team in the world. You can look high, Big Daddy. You can look low, but you ain't never going to find anybody, anywhere, anytime, any place that can beat the bad boy and the pretty boy, because we're the baddest two kids on the block. Ain't that right, bad boy?
Let me tell you something. We come to USWA, and we've been kicking butt and taking names. We've defended these belts all over
the Tennessee area. And like he said, Robert Fuller, I don't know what kind of partner you're going to get. And let me tell you something, you better watch your back, because we might be coming from all angles. They got a name for you in the greatest wrestling tag team of all time. They don't call you a good wrestling tag team. They call you the pretty boy, the bad boy, the world tag team champions. Beat us if you can.
There are many ways to prepare a man for his grave. Jeff Jarrett, there are many ways to prepare a man for his grave. But the most fun is cremation.
You know, I am really looking forward to Monday night. It's going to be a big one. As you can see, the fireworks are going to be flying Monday night. I can assure you of that. Now, I'm sure most people are sitting there thinking, how could you be looking forward to having to step in the ring with Kamala, the Ugandan giant? How could you look forward to getting in the ring with a guy that stands about 6'4" and weighs well over 300 pounds? How could you really be anticipating something like that with glee? Well, I'll tell you why. Because that's what this competition is all about. That's what this World Heavyweight Championship belt is all about. I'm not wanting to put this belt on the line against just any Tom, Dick, and Harry. I want to put it on the line against the best. Because I've gone all over the country, no, all over the world, and I've told everybody that I am the true, one and only true World Heavyweight Champion. And this is just another opportunity to prove it. Because Kamala, the Ugandan giant, has been in every federation, and he has beaten all the top contenders all over the world. Well, when I beat him, or if I just am able to hang on to this belt in a match with him, then that just goes to further prove what I've been saying. This is the true World Heavyweight Championship belt, the one and only World Heavyweight Championship belt. And Kamala, the Ugandan giant, yeah, you're right. I am really looking forward to Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. I had one of the first matches with him when he came to the United States, and this may be your last match, Kamala.
Call me crazy, but that's not one of the better Jerry Lawler promos. I mean, it wasn't awful, but I don't know. It just seemed less. He kind of stumbled and stumbled a little bit. I like that. You know what I mean? Like, it was not smooth. Like, it looked like he took a break from recording commercials for Jerry Lawler's fireworks and like, hey, we need to grab a promo for that Kamala match. And he's like, okay, what Kamala match? Like, oh, I'll tell you wrestling Monday. And he kind of stumbled his way through it. But the only thing less impressive than that Lawler promo was the rest of the promos. Like, starting with the Candyman, Jesus Christ. Is there a least likely babyface in the world than Reggie B. Fine, least of all with this silly-ass Candyman gimmick? And the story that he was trying to tell you. He got sidetracked. He had to get back to his story, which was not that great of a story to start with. So he could have just... What do you guys think of the Candyman?
Well, as your co-host of one of your other podcasts would say, who do I blame, Dave? And Reggie B is trying to blame God for this transformation. Because the little kid was asking about why he be doing all the things that he does to people. And he said, well, come to the wrestling matches one time and I'll show you. And he said, well, only if you come to church with me. And you got to get right with the man upstairs. And like, so he's basically trying to blame God for this gimmick, as he literally said gimmick.
He did. I was going to note that. Yeah, gimmick like this. Why Reggie out here with a gimmick like this?
But like, it's biting off of the game Candyland, but was it not almost like the Gravedigger situation with Brad Armstrong? I mean, Brad Armstrong in this year, right? At least a little bit was the Candyman, and he was doing the same shit.
Yeah, roundabout. I mean, because they even had they had the exact font of the letters off the Candyland game board game, on his jacket there. I wonder if that same troublemaking kid that was asking Steve Kern in the parking lot.
That's him. I was going to make a note of that. I actually looked that up and I found out. I talked to Steve Kern after he get done with that trying to do a car commercial for somebody. I talked to him and I said, look, quit doing that shit for that guy. And number two, what'd that little boy look like? Was he the same guy that was talking to Reggie B. Fine about him gimmick? And he said, yep, that was him. So
that freaking kid. And Reggie took it. Reggie thought he meant God, but when he said the man upstairs, he just meant Eddie Marlin in the control room up there at TV5. It wasn't that deep, Reggie. You misunderstood.
Reggie said he goes to church now. He's going to church now. Everybody knows Reggie went to church all the time anyway. Have you seen those suits? He was always in church. But, oh, Lord, I feel good is what he says. So that's my new catchphrase. Oh, Lord, I was like,
what, have you been studying Thunderbolt Patterson promos? Is that oh, I feel good. I was like,
giving candy to little boys. Woo,
that's what I was wondering, because he said, from now on, everywhere I go, I'm going to be giving out candy. I'm like, you're going up in jail, Reggie. Like, that's not going to go well at all. And then we got Bart Sawyer and Doug Masters. And Bart actually cuts a halfway decent promo. Doug Masters is just determined to squeeze in the grappler's catchphrase at the end of every promo, which, all right, when the grappler says, when you're a great wrestler, they don't call you a great wrestler, they call you the grappler. Beat me if you can. That works. But when you go, if you're a great tag team, they don't call you a great tag team. They call you the tag team champions, Doug Masters and Brett Sawyer or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, they call you all that? Like, that's very specific. Like, I don't think they call you all those things. But Bart, he said the one thing, as you're watching this on Wednesday, my interview with Doug Masters dropped yesterday. And one of the things we talked about in Memphis was these guys aren't going to stay together very long because Bart Sawyer insists on acting like a babyface everywhere, I guess because of his Bart Simpson gimmick.
I bet.
He's going around taking pictures of people and, signing autographs for folks after the matches. And so they wanted to turn the team babyface, and Masters are like, I'm not a babyface. I can't do that. So they end up, spoiler alert, they're going to end up splitting the team pretty soon. I'm sure one of them went up team with Robert Fuller. But anyway, he just kills me. He keeps doing this fucking grappler knockoff promo, and it does not work for their tag team, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. And then we're going to see Jerry Lawler against Kamala. And we'll get to see that clip again later in this show for twice in one show recently. And now we're going to see it again. Like, if there was ever a video montage they ever got their money's worth out of, by God, it's this one. And it's a shame Michael St. John don't get royalties every time this thing plays. But that's the card for Monday night. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on, because in that card they mentioned there's going to be an 8-man turkey match. Now, I'm sure you're asking yourselves, what the hell's a turkey match? Well, here's Jerry Lawler and the gang to tell you about what a turkey match is. And I cannot believe we've talked about throughout 91 different times, like, man, this is the worst shit I've ever seen Jerry Lawler wear. Well, if he's ever wore anything worse than what he's wearing in this clip, I'd like to see it. Holy shit, this is horrendous. Look at this getup he has on.
And Spirit of America, Jeff Jarrett. What is this? What are the turkey match? What does that mean?
Well, that's why we come out here. We brought some stuff with us. We're gonna try to explain to you and to everybody what a turkey match is.
I can't wait to see Eric Embry. Boy, when he gets turkey-fied, he's gonna look real good.
Well, wait a minute.
Turkey-fied.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, somebody gets to become a turkey. But I was thinking more along the lines of Kamala would make a good-looking turkey. He's about 400 pounds. That'd be a big, nice turkey, don't you think?
You've seen those turkeys that you go down to Kroger and you get in the turkey section and they're big, fat butterball turkeys? Yeah. Eric Embry's got a big, fat butterball belly and he look real good.
Well, here's Tony Falk out here.
What do you want, Tony Falk? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Listen, I want to apologize, you guys, for interrupting your interview.
Well, then leave.
But I want to find out something right now. Dave Brown, Eric Embry sent me out here. Now, he has an open contract, but he's not going to get in any match unless he knows the stipulations. Now, what do you mean, turkey-fied?
Well, let's talk a little bit about this turkey match. Let me explain to you. When you get ready, have you ever cooked a turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, a turkey at Thanksgiving. Right? I can tell that you've eaten many a turkey in your day, haven't you, buddy? Now, listen, first thing you have to do with a turkey, what's the first thing you do with a turkey? You got to get it ready to cook, right? Right. You baste it. You ever heard of basting a turkey?
Yes, I know what you mean.
You do know what you mean? You know, that's when you put grease or some kind of butter or some kind of real sticky stuff all over the turkey. We get it real juicy, right?
Yeah.
You understand it? Well, that's what's going to happen first. And so that you can explain, so that you can know exactly what it is. There we go. What? Hold still. That's all right. Hold still. What is it? What is it? What is it? We just face it. What? Stop. There you go. What is it? Now, let me go. Hold still. Hold still. All over here. Oh, now how's that feel? What is this? Huh? Are you getting hungry already, Spirit? What is it?
Got to get the butterball here.
Oh, you're going to pay for this?
Well, let me tell you something.
Hold on.
Dave Brown, make a stop.
Hold still. Now see, you all based it up.
Now what, Tim?
Now what happens is, once you get the turkey basted, then he's got to get turkey-fied. You know what that means to get turkey-fied?
No, and I don't want to know. Let me go.
Jeff, come here and show him what it means to get turkey-fied. Huh? Gotta get no. No. What? No, yeah, you ain't got no feathers on him, but it's covered. You have to cover with feathers. How's that look? Huh? Gobble, 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 gobble. What do you think? Hey, can you say gobble, 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 gobble?
Go. You got to pay for it.
Hey, listen up. Now, I'll tell you what.
You got to pay for this.
Now, I'm going to tell you what you do. I'll tell you what you do, fat boy. You go back there and you show Eric Embry what it means to be turkey-fied, because that is what's going to happen to that big fat piece of you know what down there this week, brother.
Yep.
Stop.
No. Stop, Dave. Tell him to stop.
Dude, Tony Falk probably had a lot of bad shit happen to him. I guess what would it be in the 70s? He didn't have no fight in him at all. He just quit. And he just standing there like, oh, what? Horrible.
I want to know what Tony Falk did to Jerry Jarrett or Jerry Lawler to earn all the shit they heaped on him over the years. I mean, you think about through the years, all the crap that Tony Falk had to do on that television show. And this is just another example of it. Like, the whole gimmick of the match is Monday night. We want to see this get done to somebody, but yet we've sat here and watched it get done on television, and it's really not that impressive or that funny, honestly. So now we're supposed to go buy a ticket to go see. We think they're going to do that to Eric Embry or Kamala now, the butterball Eric Embry. Boy, they love shitting on Eric Embry about being overweight.
Lawler was counting on the audience just popping, laughing their ass off, and watching back. Lawler's the only one left.
Yeah, he's the only one that popped for it. Corey was like mildly amused in the background, but that's about it. Our reaction when we came back on the screen was the same reaction everybody in the crowd was having. And that may be where I got this screenshot. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think this is when they went to break. This kid's like, really?
The only thing I got out of that whole thing was that Jeff goes to Kroger. So that's all I care about. So Jeff actually shops at Kroger. Other than that, it was horrible.
And it just got weird when Lawler and Tom Prichard started like rubbing him down with the syrup. like this is.
I was waiting for the music to start playing. Porno music.
Tom was actually applying it like suntan lotion.
Yeah.
Like,
he was still rubbing it in at one point. Like Lawler had stopped and they were talking, and Pritchard's just still like kind of just caressing him. I'm like, this is getting creepy, dude. Like, is this what was going on in Team Texas when he was driving y'all? You'd be rubbing his shoulders with some.
That's really what split that team. Well, that amongst other things.
Quit rubbing on my driver, man. That's weird. He don't go that way. Boy, Tony was a work, man.
If they had like shoot interviews back in '91, Austin would have been in WCW. I had to get away from them boys. They was rubbing on each other out there in the pasture. It's weird, man.
We already didn't have any food to eat, and they was rubbing all over each other. What we did have,
wasting all that syrup.
We could eat that syrup with my potatoes.
Damn, we found another voice that Josh does spot on.
No, he does. Woo! my Stone Cold boy is bad, but yeah, that was really good, Josh.
That was spot on. Well, we go from bad to worse. We saw the entire saga of the Spirit of America. Then we sit through this turkey fight horse shit. Now we got to watch the damn Gravedigger video again. Every man has a path to his grave, and I show him the way, or whatever stupid shit he said last week.
Man.
I sure didn't have to watch it back.
No, I didn't either.
Well, no. But I'm saying
God for fast forward.
In theory, if we were watching this live in 91, we'd be rewatching half of last week's show. All the worst parts of last week's show is what's ironic about it. And so then we get a promo from Jeff Jarrett on the Gravedigger, and he mentions, he's still after Lawler and blah, 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 all that.
You know what I started thinking? Like, I started reflecting back, because I talked about last show where it feels like everything's changing again. And it's felt that way the last few weeks. It's just a different show. They've been trying different production techniques and, like the hallway interview before the match, kind of stuff like WWF was doing at the time. Well, also shit WWF was masters of during this time period, and probably now too. I don't watch, but they're just playing shit over and over. If you watched all of programming, like say in a week's time, if you watched Superstars Challenge, Primetime Wrestling on Monday, and what the fuck ever else they had, you would see a lot of the same shit. And even the next week on the same shows, they would play a lot of it again. It's almost like they were trying to emulate or what they perceived WWE was doing good. It drove me crazy then with them doing it as well. But that's what I started kind of thinking. It was like, that's got to be why they're changing it up or trying to do something different.
Yeah, I mean that makes perfect sense that would be what's happening here. They're trying to do what the WF does, but just failing at it miserably. Like this poor man's Undertaker shit, this Gravedigger, I don't even know what to think. We said once Gravedigger shows up and some of these things start happening, that obviously Lawler's booking again. Well, Doug Masters swears that Eric Embry's still booking because Embry's the one that brought him and Bart in. They brought him in and said, hey, you need a partner, and then he brought Bart in. But he did say that, of course, and you could assume this anyway, but he did say that Lawler would just interject things he wanted to do, especially for his stuff. But then, so I guess Embry's still booking the broad strokes, but then Lawler's probably like, hey, let's do this Gravedigger thing. Hey, let's, do this and that. I want to know who's solely responsible for Spirit of America, because I wonder if, since Embry's in that video, if this is like, oh, y'all want to see corny shit? Y'all want to do, like, I'm thinking maybe they're like, hey, Eric, we don't like what you've been doing. We need more stuff, kind of like what Josh just said. Hey, let's do something more like something Vince would do, and I feel like that whole Spirit of America thing is just Embry going, okay, y'all want corny, y'all want Vince McMahon horse shit. Well, here you go. All you can handle, brother. And instead of them shitting on it, they're running with it. And Dave's on board, like, yeah, Eric, this is much better. Yeah, I love this. And he's probably back going, oh, man, I got to wrestle him, man. We're about to see the Scorpion against Jeff Jarrett, or so we think, when all of a sudden, here comes Nate the Rat with a payoff for the Scorpion. I'm like, of all people to be out here with a handful of money doing a payoff, Nate the fucking Rat. Like, where do we explain why Nate the Rat even has any money?
And look at the way he's dressed. I mean,
exactly.
How would he have money?
Look, I went to school with a gentleman, and his dad was a Gravedigger. And his dad also had a Dodge Viper in the 90s. So it was big business.
There we go.
Hey, you never, ever, ever run out of business. People die every fucking day. I think maybe Nate the Rat was figuring it out. I'm going to get this big son of a bitch. He'll just hand dig them. I'll split the money with him. I'll play with rats.
So what was originally going to be Jeff Jarrett versus the Scorpion, the big rematch. We wanted to see the Scorpion get revenge for getting hit with a chain 2 weeks ago.
Right.
But we don't get that. the heel Nate the Rat ruins our rematch. He pays off Scorpion to let Gravedigger take his place. So now we got Jeff Jarrett versus the Gravedigger. But very quickly into this match, Jeff Jarrett gets tied up into the ropes. And of course, Nate the Rat just made mention in his little promo there that best way to send somebody to their grave, or the most fun way to send somebody to their grave, is through cremation. So the Nate the Rat comes in and he's trying to light a fucking blowtorch. Take a look at this.
Does not belong in wrestling. Nate the Rat. Nate the Rat's got a blowtorch. What in the world? Now we need to get some help out here. Here comes Robert Fuller. Robert Fuller, but he's got that. Nate the Rat set it in the ring. Nate the Rat has gone berserk, Dave. He came out here last week with the rat. He's lighting up that thing again, trying to get it lit. Let's get some shots.
So Jarrett's using a chain like Lawler, and now
throwing fire
like Lawler.
Bar.
So we can only assume that promoting softball and all the other things.
He actually did an interview talking about barbecuing or something. So, I mean, it's the same thing. He's going to be Jerry Jr., I guess.
Yeah, we're doing some heavy foreshadowing in our promos here. Nate the Rat says the cremation things, which foreshadows the blowtorch, which then Jarrett says, that Lawler's the barbecue king, but he's not the only one. It's like, all right, so is that what we're going to do, is just drop these massive hints of what's fixing to happen in all our promos now? Because that's, sure, Lawler has been, teasing he's going to burn somebody every week, it seems like, for forever. But I don't know. It seems a little more blatantly obvious now. I don't know. This show, as I watched it, I was like, well, all right, it's got to get better from here. And every time I thought that, it did not.
I'm sitting over. I'm gonna want y'all to know something. I'm sitting over here in my studio with a dog who is sick, and he's farting like you wouldn't believe. The whole freaking studio smells like, I don't know, dog shit. And his farts are better than this stuff. His farts are better than Gravedigger. His farts are better than that fucking Nate the Rat, who, up until this point, I would say I really liked him, but god damn, this stuff is horrible. So Jesus Christ.
It truly is. It truly, truly is. So then we get Eric Embry comes out and he's ranting and raving about, them turkey-fying, Tony, and he's talking about the turkey match Monday night. Then we run down, Jonesboro, Osceola, Blytheville, Helena, Arkansas.
Blytheville.
This is when we see the Kamala video package again. And then we go to this week's top 10. Mike Mitchell still in the top 10. Billy Travis is back in there now. Tom Prichard. Sandman, who is getting ready to debut, but up till now has not. But he's number 7, ahead of Jeff Jarrett. Way ahead of Jeff Jarrett.
Last week he was number 7 too. He's just him and Mike Mitchell.
Yeah, just got, pushed straight into the top 10. Got Dundee, Dutch, Spirit of America, Gravedigger, Kamala, and of course, Kamala jumped from 9 up to number 2, and then Eric Embry's number 1 because he's the Southern Heavyweight Champion. So, and the only reason we're looking at this top 10 every week is strictly for the Jeff Jarrett angle. But it's just absurd that he's, damn, if he'd have been 15, maybe 38. If I'd have been in the studio, I'd be like, I dare you to name 20 other people.
Show that picture of that kid again. That's perfect right there.
Yeah,
Jeff Jarrett's 38.
Where's it at, Smokey? There we go.
There. What? What you talking about, Willis?
Smokey grabbed another picture of a kid's face later when something else happens, and we'll show that later in the show. Right now, we're going to take a look at this 8-man tag team match that was the main event. We're actually going to put it on so we can talk over it, but I know you got something you want to share.
Yeah, I want to share something that for some reason, I just always thought was cool. I saw this on the YouTube one time, and Sandman actually describes why he had the surfboard and it was Jerry Lawler's fault, but how he got the surfboard, also something really, like we're going to see the Black Cat. We talked about him before he started. I was on a card with the Sandman and JT Smith the year before this, in November of 1990 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They were on the show with me because I was the main attraction. No, I was the second match, and they were the third match against each other. Also featured Lawler against Gilbert. And the main event was Terry Funk and Cactus Jack against Eddie Gilbert and Stan Lane. So I just had to put that card over. But here is what Sandman says about the gimmick.
Right, how come you go straight? Right, I've got a theory. I'm going to throw this out to you. You're a surfer straight away. That's your character, Mr. Sandman. Were you a surfer?
No.
Oh, were you?
That wasn't my character.
Okay.
My character, I only got the surfboard because Jerry Lawler, Joel Goodhart was sending. Jerry Lawler wanted two guys of us to come down, so Joel sent me and the Black Cat, and they wanted me to have more of a gimmick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, well, I'm a Sandman. All right, I'll get a surfboard. So I went to the Pitbull's house. I told him I needed a surfboard. He goes, come down to my house. We'll go get you one. Because the Pitbulls back then, Gary and Anthony, they ran the bouncers everywhere in every club. They knew everybody. They were like running that city at that point. So, wait, where was I?
The surfer.
Yeah. So there's this club on Delaware Avenue. It's down on the water. That's the water that separates New Jersey from Pennsylvania. And we go into the Rock Lobster Club. Gary goes up to one of the bouncers. He goes, "That's because it was like a beach club, you know what I mean, with like the fake crabs hanging around and shit, all sea stuff." He goes, "My friend needs that surfboard off the wall." The bouncer went right up. He had to go get like a tool or something. Took it off, and I had the surfboard, and that's why that's the only reason why I ever ended with the surfboard.
I love that story for some reason. Just the idea. Number one, Lawler, this is perfect when it comes to Lawler and wanting a gimmick out of somebody. And he brings down, Lawler was on those shows for almost a year, knowing the Sandman and JT Smith. And he sent Joel a message and said, "Hey, I need you to bring me a couple people." So just crazy.
Yeah.
And they work against each other a lot on those shows in that area, in the Philadelphia area. So we were in Drexel Hill that night, which is the shoot home of Stately Wayne Manor. So there you go.
Stately Wayne Manor. What a name for an announcer. Or writer in a magazine, all the different things he did. But yeah, well, let's take a look at a little bit of this 8-man tag team match here.
Which we have told you about earlier today. We've got
crank this volume down a bit.
The Sandman,
so there's the Candyman.
Oh, God.
And poor JT Smith with that awful mask on as the Black Cat.
The Sandman with that, I want to say stolen surfboard, but it's really not stolen. It was given to him, but damn.
Right.
What a funny way to get it. Apparently, Reggie B. Fine went into a candy store and stole that candy. So
that wouldn't surprise me.
He's like, "Mom."
He just grabs his kid, brings him in here.
That kid was pulling away from him.
Yes, and he's going in the ring whether he wants to or not. There you go.
Oh, Lord, I feel good. I feel good. I went to church.
Now watch this kid. He's trying to get out. He's like, "No,
dance with me."
He's got Bart Simpson on the side of his shorts. He'd probably rather dance with Bart Sawyer, but Reggie trying to get him to do the bird like Coco. He seen Coco do this on WFTV and thought, man, I'm going to do that. And it's not going the way he thought it would.
Give that white kid back.
But he doesn't give it back to the right owners.
Just go home with some white people. That'll be fine.
Eric up there, some bullshit, man.
He's like, man, what are we doing, man? It's so weird to see Sandman in this gimmick here and on the ECW.
Blame it on Lawler, so there you go.
Yeah. And like Dave pointed out, we got the Scorpion standing in for Tony Falk because Tony Falk, I guess, is still showering. And Doug Masters, I guess, isn't here. So.
You know, when they were doing that, did y'all notice it was like almost Corey got mad? All this mess, like he was mad that they was going to have to clean it. Maybe Dave made him clean up shit.
Probably.
Corey, come on. While we're on commercial break, will you get the mop and clean this up for us?
There's some bullshit in there.
Oh, Lord. That suit, that gear is horrible, Jerry.
Oh, I know. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen him wear. And that's a heck of a statement because he's wore some awful stuff, but good Lord.
Yeah, Flower Power King is way better than this of 93. I think he got his singlet and trunks made at the same place that he got those Candyman tights made for Reggie B.
Probably.
It's the same pink and everything. And you know Reggie B did not willingly go acquire all of that shit to wear.
I'm thinking those are probably the tights that Lawler used to wear with that singlet and trunks, and he gave it to Reggie B. But now why he would choose to wear it in the same match that Reggie's wearing the pink is weird too. But that's just like I'm going to point out on the Power Pro show. Lawler goes to have a main event match in the Mid-South Coliseum against Kane and chooses to wear black and red. And it's like, of all, like, what, you didn't expect that he was going to be wearing black and red when you got there that night, Kane? I mean,
the Black Cat is in there right now. Yeah,
JT Smith, I mean, the Black Cat.
Mask on.
It's crazy, though, watching this and some of the ECW that me and Brandon's been watching. Like, at one time, Sandman could halfway wrestle. You know, he did know a few wrestling holds for a time anyway. And once he got those Zubas and the beer and the cigarettes, he forgot any wrestling he ever knew.
Look at the Black Cat coming back. Yeah. Black Cat throws Sandman into the rope. Big drop kick by the Black Cat. Our first look at him here today on USWA Wrestling. Black Cat going to his corner to get him some help. Tagging his partner, Dr. Tom Prichard. Prichard with...
I just don't like seeing Tom Prichard as a babyface.
No, it doesn't feel right at all. Does not. It doesn't feel genuine. I bought it in Continental more than I do here for some, a little bit when he was babyface feuding with the Dirty White Boy, but here it just does not seem, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like his heart's into it.
Mm-mm.
And then Candyman Reggie B. Like I say, if this was the first time we'd ever seen Reggie B, it might be one thing, but
I don't know he's got the Jimmy Valiant legs going on.
He does it at the weirdest times too.
I know.
My legs is rubber.
Y'all were right. Lawler got that for him and got it at the same place at the same time. Hey, could you just make a whole suit?
Like, we got some extra spandex, so make me a damn singlet out of it, or make me a Tarzan singlet out of it.
Didn't you say that they used some of these clips for the ECW putting over Sandman with the surfboard and everything?
For 2 weeks, they showed a USWA highlight video of nothing but matches of him from USWA. There were studio clips, like Mid-South Coliseum matches with Lawler and Jeff Gaylord, set to the tune of "You Had to Be a Big Shot, Didn't You?" by Billy Joel. which
Big
was
shot
really
by
weird.
Billy Joel.
Really weird for the Sandman's highlight video. So I don't know. I mean, I guess they made it here in Memphis, and they just used it up there. So
I love
guess we'll
that
see if it
spot,
pops
by
up
the
here.
way.
Oh,
Those spots where he hits it. And then, you know, at this point, I didn't really, they were talking about Embry being fat and me not really thinking he was that fat until this spot. And I was like, damn. Yeah, he's got a big stomach, so.
Yeah, they just, I don't know. They seem to be going overboard on making fun of. I mean, I guess it's fine, but it's just, I don't know. It seems like there's more hatred, like just, I don't know, more ill will behind it when they make fun of Embry Wade. And that's not just the casual wrestling ribbing, you know what I mean? It's like, like they're being shitheads about it intentionally.
I mean, maybe it's because he was the former heartthrob or something.
Yeah. Former light heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
shit.
he would have to fight women on the way to the ring in world class. Like, it was serious.
He calls that a bulldog, by the way. Corey does.
Well, if Corey says it's a bulldog, then by God.
Damn, it is a bulldog.
Dave quickly.
Yeah, he quickly
corrected
says
him.
it's a Jeff Jarrett DDT. No. And he's going to throw far if you watch it. Oh, he's got such good punches. Jeez.
He does. I mean, him and Lawler could have went out and had a match of nothing but punches, and it would have been a good match.
The Bartman.
The Bartman. I love that story about Bart. He's just not wanting to be a heel. That's hilarious.
Yeah, they said that he was not having it. Because he'd been such a big baby face up in Portland, you know.
Yeah, he whispered when he took her picture with him. Bartman.
But I told Doug Masters, I was like, well, you know, we actually talked about on the USWA podcast about the fact that they were playing up Bart Simpson, and that was such a big thing at the time that it was weird to even try to be a heel while using that, you know, gimmick. Dave kept calling him Bart Man. Sam is like, clearly y'all don't know how to do this Southern tag team.
Yeah, I know it. He knew exactly what he's supposed to do, but they were confused, boy.
He's learned the old Southern joke there. Apparently Sandman has a podcast. I haven't heard any of it, but apparently there was an episode where he talked quite a bit about his time in USWA. I got to try to find it.
Yeah, I have to do it.
And
also,
either he was on RVD's or RVD was on his, and they had a conversation about kind of comparing notes to when they both were there that year in separate times. I want to hear that too.
Sandman looks a lot bigger than I thought he was. I mean, he powers over Lawler, Dr. Tom, and all of them. I'm just like, well, he's a bigger man than I thought he was. So
yeah, he's bigger. I don't know, kind of like Billy Gunn. How like for years I just didn't realize just how huge he was until I seen him face to face with Brian Cage at All In that battle royal, and he's just towering over him. I was like, and was almost as big as him muscle wise. I was like, damn, Billy Gunn's bigger than I remember.
Well, I saw Billy Gunn at the urinal, and I was like, God dang, huge.
And then Robert Fuller walks up.
Excuse me, boys.
Let me unroll this thing here.
And then from across the room you hear, "Oh, you didn't know, BT?"
Have y'all made a reference to the mask yet? I just want to know.
Yes. JT Smith with his eyes wide shut mask.
Why? Did someone just say, hey, why don't you put this mask? In my mind, since Sandman called him Black Cat on that interview, part of me thinks that JT came up with that idea on the ride to Memphis.
Yeah, he may have found that damn mask at a gas station or something on the way there. It's like, hey, what if I was the Black Cat?
It's almost like Lawler said, I don't give a shit what you are before you get to the Coliseum or the studio Saturday morning, but you ain't just going to be plain old JT Smith. That don't work anymore. We're gimmicked out.
Oh, God dang.
And then when they show the Mid-South Coliseum, as Josh noted before we started, you will get to see a picture of the Black Cat. And the white cat.
Yes.
Smokey did that. Smokey went back in time with Jeff Gaylord. God, that's. I love this because we're seeing the Sandman. Love it. JT Smith, I was kind of a mark for him. He's local, Philly guy. And but it's just, it's so bad. It's just so bad.
It's just so crazy how quickly and dramatically like 91 fell off here. Like it was going so well, and then all of a sudden it's just like, holy shit, this is every bit as bad as any of the worst of the shit we saw in 93. And there was some hard times in 93 for sure, especially towards the end, Yeah.
Well, we talked about last week. I said everyone that has worked around, almost everyone's worked around Embry talks about him being a bad booker. As fans, us three, we never saw that. We actually liked it as wrestlers. Do you actually think we liked it because, quote unquote, we're smart fans, or we've been in the business and we really enjoyed the special details, or was it really that good and everyone just shit on him because they didn't like it?
I don't know. It's hard to say in retrospect, but
I've only heard wrestlers talk bad about Eric Embry.
Yeah.
And that's his peers and people he had to work with. There's people I'm going to talk shit at my job, and I'm sure their family thinks they're great people.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah.
But no, it was good for a time period. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy it. That's why 91 USWA is my favorite in Memphis wrestling. But this right here coincides in real time in 91 whenever I quit watching.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember any of this shit, what we're seeing right now. Because about 3 weeks ago, I tuned out.
Which is saying something, because here you are, you're a huge wrestling fan, plus your uncle being a wrestler and all that. It really says something for how shitty it was for you to check out on it.
Yeah, and I think we opened the rest. I graduated and I don't know. I think it might have been late 91. I got married and owned a restaurant sometime in 91, 92. Is that sad? I can't remember. So I know we saw that clip of Sandman. He goes, where was I at? And I was like, oh man, and then I just stopped. I said, oh, that's me. That's exactly me.
I swear in the beginning of that Sandman interview, I was thinking, I figured he'd be a lot worse off mentally than he is with all the headshots.
Yeah.
And then he does that. And I'm like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Science prevails.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The sad thing is he did a lot more drugs and died more times than me, and I have the same thing he has, so that bothers me a lot. So I never got hit, but maybe once in the head with a chair. So Jesus.
Oh, in there.
My backdrop. Boy, that JT is all over the place too. He's so green.
Bless his heart, that slam he took on the floor from Sandman, his feet did not touch first. Like he got literally slammed on that damn floor.
They talked about that. It's the first match we got. If we're going against each other, I don't care if it's on TV. We're going to do this spot with the ladder.
Made good on it. But that was a good point of a few minutes ago, that it is only people in the business you hear shit on Embry and his booking. Like, there's a lot of these videos I post that people come in the comments, Embry was my favorite heel of all time, and this was such a great time in wrestling and all that kind of shit. So
what about Dutch is one of the guys that has good things to say about Embry. He always talks about him being a good wrestler, really liked working him and all that kind of stuff. So
that's true.
And I think he used Embry when he was booking in Puerto Rico. I know they both were in Puerto Rico, but I don't know if it was at the same time. But I know Dutch was booking there after Brody passed away. He went as the booker.
A lot of those people that are super critical of Embry are critical of Dutch too. So it all kind of checks out.
I'm gonna tell you, both those guys had some of the best punches ever in the wrestling business. God,
no doubt about it.
Embry and Mantell, you can watch some of Mantell's first matches, and he has a great punch.
I don't know if we've mentioned it here, but referee Kevin Christian,
back,
looks very much like Eddie Munster in this era.
He does. What, he's 18 or 19?
Yeah, something like that. He's a kid.
Yeah, he's really young, yeah.
Got a good look of the pattern on Jerry Lawler's tights there. Fucking Partridge Family shit. Like, it's super old school at this point.
Reggie's like, I didn't notice that the first time I watched this match, but he's just like got Gumby legs every time. Everything he does, he's constantly doing.
He's got them Jimmy Valiant boogie woogie legs, baby.
Ha ha ha. He's got to tag the Boogeyman and the Candyman.
Oh,
the mains. There you go. There's some more mains right there.
So I picture it. Reggie's in the front handing them candy, and then Boogie's right behind them kissing them. Candy and a kiss.
He got them tights, and he told Jerry Lawler, he goes, I ain't wearing that. He goes, I'll wear the full pink, but I don't know what the hell you got on your bottom.
It was ugly.
Motherfucker looking like Danny Partridge.
I wonder if Reggie still has those tights. He needs to break them out sometime. Like, we want to book you, Reggie, but only as the Candyman.
And he's got pink boots.
Yeah,
those are orange.
God, that had to be
orangish,
a whole gimmick. Yeah. Was it? Yeah.
Orange boots, orange base color.
Is it orange? It looks pink to me. I'm sorry.
Well, there's pink coming up out of them, but the boots themselves look kind of orange. I think.
Oh, you know, King's got pink socks on. You know for this shit. Look at that horrible shit.
Why did they all turn into Terry Funk right here? Well, everybody, let's all do a spin the toe hold.
Lawler reached up to tag Prichard. They were in plenty of space to tag, but he doesn't tag him. He comes in and he does the heel spot, claps his hands like they tag and didn't tag. But it'd have been easier for him to literally tag Lawler than do what he did.
Oh, he's going to do it now.
And he don't know how.
I don't know if he knows what. Reggie don't know what to do.
He claps.
This was a Chico stick. Get it? Chico stick candy.
That was horrible.
God, that was bad. Everybody doing it.
Like, here.
This is the way you do it, Reggie. It is easy. This is one of the easiest moves.
It's his squiggly legs that fucking prevented
it. Rubber legs he's got.
Squiggly.
I want him to call me Rubber Man, but they want to call me a Candy Man. I was like, I ain't buying the candy. I ain't buying all that damn candy.
I told y'all he stole the candy.
No,
Looks
he
like
got
we
it
got
on
a ring
sale.
full. Yeah, okay, Corey, thanks.
He got it on sale because this is not long after Halloween.
That's what it is.
It's all expired candy.
Lawler got a deal on a damn pallet full of candy, and like somebody's got to be the candy man. Well, I ain't doing it. They'll get Reggie. Reggie, you can be the Gravedigger or the Candy Man. Man, let me get the candy out, man. I ain't coming out there with no rat.
Oh, by the way, Digger has new gloves this week, so
has the OG won the WWF title at this point? I think not. Right, he's fixing to.
He's about to, yeah.
Yeah, he's about to.
We're probably like a week or two away from it here.
Yeah, because in December he's defending it.
He wins it on did he win it at Survivor Series? Or did he win it?
Yeah, it was at Survivor Series. Because I didn't realize until after I had to go to a family thing. They had a Thanksgiving Eve dinner, and I had to record it and then fucking leave. So I didn't know until I got back later that night.
I didn't know until somebody sent me a tape like 6 weeks later. So there you go.
When poor Hulk Hogan got his neck broke because Undertaker spiked him on that.
That's right, man. He hurt him. He didn't even touch the fucking mat. By the way, did you get that? Did you clip that at the very end where Airport Toyota is mentioned $1 off if you go? Please come. So Lawler was out there. Please come to the Coliseum. Nobody's there.
He fucking ran out there.
Yeah.
Ran. And he at least answered my question because I was half-ass hot that they had zero mention of the big tournament.
Yeah.
And who won? Lawler ran out there, out of breath. Me and Jeff Jarrett won. We're going to Japan, I guess, in January. And Airport Toyota's number one. Like he left.
Oh, I got it in. Whew. Jesus Christ.
$1. Please,
Now-
please come to the show.
Here's a
Please.
close up of that kid's face when Reggie's trying to dance with him. So now the question is, who was more disappointed? The one in the crowd after whatever happened? I don't remember which
What
thing. I
you
think
talking
it was
about,
Spirit of America, and then this kid's like,
He's looking at Reggie's legs.
he's like,
Sorry, guys.
he's like, I'll never do anything worse for Candy in my life than this.
he was scared of Reggie. Not me.
And
Scared.
then fast forward to a year later, he's sitting in a van going, I stand corrected.
And Bart Sawyer went over to him and said, Bart, man, call me Bart, man. You
Here's
got
an
Bart
autograph,
on your
kid.
pants. That's me. See, that's me.
Meanwhile, Reggie's going, dance, boy, dance. You just better be glad it's me and not Ken Wayne up in here, motherfucker.
He's scarred. That kid's scarred for life.
Yeah, he's in a prison somewhere because of this very moment right there. I don't know what's running through his head, but it's not good. Whatever.
It's not. It's give me back to my mama is what he's saying.
And then Reggie just hands him back to the first set of white people he saw. They had to let him walk back down to his family.
I got a
Here you go.
picture. I got a picture of myself exact with that same expression on my face when I was 5 years old because I was a ring bearer at a wedding. It's that look on your face like, oh, I want to go sit with my mama, not with all these people.
He was a ring bearer. Oh no. Pallbearer.
Oh, that's good. That was a good one. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a quick commercial break here, and then we're going to come back and see if there's anything good to be said about this once we hear the card for Monday night. I already spoiled one banger of a match that's going to be the Candyman versus Leatherface. Boy, ain't that going to be something. But first, let's take this quick break.
Tired of the same boring wrestling podcast? Need something with attitude, chaos, and maybe just a little cussing? That's stspod.club, and we got it all covered. We've got wrestling weirdness with WTF News Desk, 5-minute time limit, and the Southern Fried Brain of me, BT, steering the whole ship. We also have Rolling into Memphis every week about the current Memphis wrestling. Interviews, hot takes, and wrestling outrageousness. So wild, it might get you banned in 12 states. That's right, it's SDSpod.club or search all podcast catchers for Shooting the Shiznit, where wrestling podcasts grow chest hair. Not sure what that meant. Love my mama.
Hey guys, Ray Russell here. Lots of new stuff happening here at WrestleCopia. If you haven't checked out our website at WrestleCopia.com, it's a great way to keep up with the latest episodes of all of your favorite Copia programming, from the Wrestling Memory Grenade to Regional Wrestling with the Territory Talk, the Wrestling Stoop with the legendary Bob Roop, and of course all of those programs also available at your favorite podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the Copia world, all the latest news, random thoughts, fun videos, pictures, and more, make sure to join the more than 33,000 followers over at Facebook.com/Wrestling Grenade. Don't be left out. And last but definitely not least, it's what keeps the entire machine going. I'm talking about Patreon.com/WrestleCopia. We appreciate your support in helping us pay the bills to keep the WrestleCopia podcast network running and enabling us to continue to bring you all the quality programming that we offer.
Hey everybody, I'm Gene Jackson, and I want to introduce you to the Retro Wrestling Archive Podcast Network and the great pro wrestling nostalgia podcast we bring, including the Retro Wrestling Review Series covering the USWA, Memphis Power Pro Wrestling, Continental Championship Wrestling, and we've just added World Class Championship Wrestling, and now ECW. Plus great interview shows like Beyond Wrestling with Rob Hell, where the stories go beyond the ring. Then there's Dangerous Conversations with the legendary Dangerous Doug Gilbert and Tommy Wildfire Rich. Plus, don't miss special live streams like Live from the Archive and Arc of an Angle. And the Retro Wrestling Archive Network is growing. We're proud to feature the affiliate shows like STS Pod, The Hang, Classic Pro Wrestling Talk, Get Your Bell Rung, and even more great shows are coming soon. But that's not all. Join the Retro Wrestling Archive Patreon for exclusive bonus content, early podcast releases, special extras, and access to a Google Drive that is absolutely busting at the seams with Territory Wrestling history, including our legendary Memphis Mega Folder. Podcast, interviews, watch-alongs, live streams, YouTube, Patreon, Territory Wrestling history. It's all waiting for you at RetroWrestlingArchive.club, where we're preserving pro wrestling history daily. Don't just remember it, relive it. All right, let's find out this amazing show we just watched. Let's find out what it was setting up for Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Continues. Opening match of the night, 7:30 at the Mid-South Coliseum. 8 big matches coming up down here. And, Corey, look at this opener right here.
Candyman against Leatherface.
Okay, Tony Falk will be going against JT. I beg your pardon. He will be going against the Black Cat in this match. I got a little bit of a change there from what I've got. That looks mighty interesting. Tony Falk, Eric's driver, coming up in a single match. Following that one, it's going to be Dr. Tom Prichard. He will be going against the Sandman. This should be an interesting match, too. Following that, the World Tag titles are on the line. We just got to look at them a moment ago. There's the Tennessee stud, Robert Fuller, and Mike Mitchell. Young Gunn will be his partner as they try to take those belts away from Masters and Sawyer. Then in the next one, it's going to be Jeff Jarrett stepping into the ring against Nate the Rat's Gravedigger. Big single match coming up here. Nate the Rat with the Gravedigger against Jeff Jarrett. Next match is going to be a trash can match. Eric Embry will be having to face the Spirit of America, and I bet the Spirit will have that big red, white, and blue trash can at ringside. Following that, the World Unified title is going to be on the line. Jerry the King Lawler will have to defend it against Kamala. He has seen Kamala before.
Yeah, the Ugandan Giant is challenging the King for that title. And
I remember well when J.J. Dillon brought Kamala in here. He is back, he is tough, and he is looking for that world title, which is held by the King. The title will be on the line Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. But that's not all. Thanksgiving week coming up. And as a special result, Monday night, there's going to be a turkey match.
Turkey.
Fucking
Corey got excited about that.
Did you? If you would listen closely to Corey when he says Jeff Jarrett against Gravedigger, Corey goes, ugh. Like, I know it was supposed to be he was scared or that's going to be, but in his mind he was going, oh, that's going to suck. Oh, that's a horrible match. Oh.
I ain't saying he's a gravedigger.
I say he my digger.
He ain't no bear. No, anyway. All right. So what was your this ought to be interesting. What was your least favorite part of this week's show?
Ooh. I mean, I want to break out the 4-inch brush and just broad stroke this motherfucker, this whole thing, or maybe even get the roller out and roll this son of a bitch. Just a big old wide, paint brush base. But dude,
hey, let me say something before you get into this. I put a clip out yesterday of your beer foam analogy. It's already had over 1,000 views on Facebook. So make it count, brother.
Well, this one isn't going to be anywhere near that because I can't think of painting euphemisms or anything to work. But man, this entire show was laborious. Like I literally felt like, God, I don't want to watch anymore. This is feeling like this is.
I want to quit. Tell Gene we quit. Look.
Yeah. I wanted to just walk away. I mean,
Richard's like, huh?
I asked Richard for advice. He's like, just don't even watch it. Just act like you watched it.
Have a breakdown, Josh.
Yeah,
just have a breakdown.
Oh, y'all are horrible. I can't see. I lost an inch.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think this might have played into that for him, honestly. Watching the end of 93
but I kind of think it did, yeah.
Man, yeah. But I honestly, I'm pretty sure it was the 4-man versus 4-man tag. I'm not a fan of those. And though there were some cool spots that happened during it, I'm just not one for all of the fucking confusion and everybody that they had in it. Nobody tied to each other in the least. I mean, well, obviously Prichard versus Embry and Lawler and Embry's got history, but it's this big gumbo of people and nothing really matters. And I hate those things. But like this whole show fucking sucked. Don't even get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. My least favorite part was the turkey fried stuff with all the baby faces out. Smearing. Oh, that kind of turned me on. I don't know, with the syrup.
You're more jealous than turned off.
Yeah. But
more
God, I hated that. That the weird thing is, I like it. I used to like it when TNA did the same thing on the Thanksgiving special. They always got Disco wearing that stupid suit and stuff. But this is just so bad to me. That was just horrible. And everything. Josh said it perfectly. Everything else was bad too. So.
Yeah, I'm going to co-sign the turkey-fied thing because it's just so corny, and it's for Tony Falk to just stand there and let him do that. Essentially, I mean, yeah, they had loosely had his arm. Oh, stop! Oh, it's so hokey and phony. It's just like, why do I want to go buy a ticket to this shit? I mean, this is stupid. Like, is this what's going to happen if one of the other heels loses? Are they going to stand there the same way? Like, oh no, don't do this to me! Stop! Why is it? And we know Eric Embry's there. He comes out and wrestles. Why didn't he come help him? That's his driver, for God's sake. He don't want his car to smell like maple syrup all the way back to Texas.
Stop.
Pete just had a flashback to something there.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Well, this is going to be even tougher, guys. What was your most favorite part of this week's show?
The jokes that we've got to make reviewing it. That's literally it. I cannot think of one.
Well,
redeeming factor.
Josh said he hated the 8-man tag, and I guess it's the only thing that I like because it was kind of a guilty pleasure seeing the debut with Sandman, JT Smith, the Black Cat. I like that whole thing, and just as he said, we're laughing and having so much fun watching the Candyman dancing and everything. The 8-man tag was my favorite part of the show.
You just reminded me. There is one redeeming factor. Reggie B finds legs during
legs, man. Got the rubber legs.
He gets them down happy legs. I'm happy. So yeah, there it is. Thank you, BT.
Yeah,
Reggie B's legs.
Candyman.
The Candyman and the Boogeyman needed to have been tag team partners at least once. Just to watch him go around the ring, and like you said, him handing out candy and then Jimmy kissing him right behind him would have been
whoa
like
now.
To see.
Hey. Yeah, that would have been kind of bad if he would have grabbed that little boy and kissed him after he got candy. So
he'd have kissed his mama, BT.
What was I thinking? Yeah, he would have kissed his mama. That's it. Yeah.
Jimmy's like, you must have me confused, baby. I ain't that guy.
I ain't no bushwhacker.
He only kisses Jerry Lawler for shoot. So
I mean, we don't want to say he only kisses women his own age because how many 70-year-old women were out there at the time, but at least of age is his rule.
That's right.
And you got to respect that, honestly. But yeah, I guess my favorite part was seeing Sandman and JT Smith in USWA. I can't say I liked the match per se. Like you said, that marathon of spinning toe holds that kind of gave away who could work and who couldn't was interesting, but not in the way it was intended.
How'd they do this?
Anything that was entertaining on the show was not entertaining in the way that it was intended to be. But that's kind of the theme of this whole USWA podcast at the end of the day. Here you go. Here's a question. Would you buy a ticket to see that card on Monday? Well, okay. I didn't even get that out of my mouth for me. He's like, hell no. Don't ask that, dummy.
I'm staying home, brother. Staying home.
Do you even need to say it, Josh?
I mean, I don't want to, but Leatherface and Mike Mitchell are in the same arena. Maybe he'll get a whole.
I mean, Candyman versus Leatherface. rubber leg Candyman that we saw here in the pink tights against Leatherface.
Against Leatherface, man.
To see Reggie B selling being scared of Leatherface would be worth it. So I think I'm gonna go.
might be, but I'm staying.
That
home,
motherfucker
guys.
got a chainsaw. I ain't going out there.
I bet it was fucking great.
Because we know it's going to be Ken Raper Leatherface. So Candyman's going to tower over Leatherface, which will be interesting to see as well. So, but no, I'm not buying a ticket to that. I'm just going to hope we see a clip of it, which we know we won't, but that's just what I'm going to hope for. So, all right, BT, let us know what happened and any other results you may have. That's
all right.
Worth
I
mentioning.
wanted to just touch on this Saturday night. You know, we're building for Thanksgiving, so this is Thanksgiving week, but this actual Saturday night in Evansville, Indiana, you know, they run Evansville on Wednesday. Well, the WWE came in, or WWF, and Meltzer said that Lawler and Company usually draw $1,500 to $2,000 for their weekly shows now in Evansville. Not good. That's money. That's not people. That's money. Yeah. WWF came in and drew 80,000 house. So that kind of gives you what's going on in the wrestling business at the time. No attendance, no money figure or anything for 1125 in Memphis with Candyman beating Leatherface Maine. The Black Cat beat Tony Falk. Sandman pinned Tom Prichard. Remember the win that Tom Prichard had over Kamala? The Sandman comes in and beats Prichard. Fuller and the Young Gun won the USWA tag team titles for Masters and Sawyer. Jarrett beat Gravedigger. Embry beat Spirit of America in a match where the loser had to be put in a garbage can. Kamala pinned Lawler to win the USWA title. And Jarrett and Lawler and Prichard and Spirit sent them home with the babyfaces win, right? Beat Embry, Digger, Kamala, and Falk. Guess who they tarred and feathered?
Tony Falk again, if I had to guess.
Is that horrible or what? Because he got it for free on TV and then they make him do it again. I'm just like, you said that while we were talking. Like, why would they do that on television when they're trying to promote that as the main event? And then when I looked at the results, I'm like, fucking Falk had to do it twice. And then Thanksgiving night, man, you guys know Thanksgiving night, traditionally wrestling, it's a big deal. God, this is a shitty card, man. In Nashville, Tennessee on Thanksgiving night, Bart Sawyer and Doug Masters defeated Robert Fuller and Young Gun by DQ. Remember, they're a week behind, but Tom Prichard beat Gravedigger by DQ. Jeff Jarrett beat Tony Falk. Woo, I bet that was 5 stars. Yeah. Eric Embry beat Spirit of America. And in the main event, Jeff Jarrett, Spirit of America, and Tom Prichard beat Eric Embry, Gravedigger, and Tony Falk.
Oh my God!
Woo! That was a 5-match card.
They got the Kenny Valiant show in front of the furniture store card there. Wow.
Oh, it was bad. It was like one of those. I've done shows exactly like this, but my guys are usually in the first 2 matches and then come back for the feature of the main. But God, that had to be bad. That really did. And let me see, Bart Sawyer, Doug Masters, they didn't get to go home for Thanksgiving. Fuller, our Young Gun, Prichard and Digger were probably here anyway. Jeff Jarrett lived in Nashville at the time, so he was able to. Then we had Eric Embry and Spirit of America. Everybody had to stay around Nashville. And you notice some names missing, right? Number 1, Jerry Lawler. He was home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, of course. Unless he was off doing something for WWF. But nope, this is 91, so he's at home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kenny Valiant used to do shows where you do that. You'd have 2 or 3 matches, and then you come back in a 6-man, and then the main event would be either a blindfold battle royal or an ice cream battle royal, where they would dump ice cream all over the mat, and then throw about 5 or 6 more like gallons of ice cream in there. I never the show I did a couple of those stupid blindfold ones, and then they said ice cream battle royal, and he didn't really explain to anybody what it was. And so me and Neil come walking out there, and I see they've laid a tarp down, and there's freaking ice cream everywhere. It's in the summer. It's in the parking lot of a furniture store in Batesville, Mississippi. We were going to have to get in the car, drive back, and we were going straight to another show because it was an afternoon show. And so we're walking down, and there used to be a videotape of it somewhere because they had the video. Somebody had zoomed in on me and Neil walking the ring, and you see me go, fuck every bit of that. And we turn around, we make a loop all the way around the ring, and I go back up the aisle to the thing, and you see Neil like look at me, and he looks at the ring, he looks at me, he looks at the ring, and I'm like, and he goes ahead and comes back, goes back there like, they ain't riding back covered in ice cream for what we're making off of this. Screw that.
Oh gosh, yeah, that had to be.
But there you go. That's this week in USWA wrestling in 1991. 1992 can't get here fast enough. So let's move on to talk about what's happening in stspod.club world this week.
I can't believe it. We're almost at an hour and a half talking about that show. That's scary, ain't it? Every day we do the Shiznit Minute. We talk about current wrestling scene. If you're not a Patreon member, join Gene's Patreon or my Patreon or both. But we're doing the CWA Retro 1987. We got started back with that. And if you're a Patreon member, you got to hear it Sunday. And it's with me and Steve Crawford are doing that as Gene is busy doing a bunch of other stuff. Fun episode. And we're going to have right along ringside where we sit down and watch a match. I got a bunch of special guests lined up. Me and Scotty from the World Class podcast. Scotty is going to watch my match from Philadelphia with me, and we're going to laugh about it and tell how horrible it is. And then we're going to watch one of Scotty's matches that he really likes. So that's going to be two weeks worth or a month's worth of shows right there. It'd be fun. Rolling into Mefo every Saturday, Power Pro on Mondays, and Thursdays we do special edition. Last week we did the 5-minute time limit audio, and this week another episode of Cassette Wrestling News. All right, that's it for stspod.club. Talk about P3 Radio.
P3. I'm interested to see why Josh is even more so your favorite host after this week's P3 Radio.
Oh, man. All right. Episode P-Paul Nap was the 463 episodes. We had some car repair talk. Richard was concerned with his health. Surprise, surprise, surprise. What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Mother? They talked about that again. It's been in my brain all week. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
There was go ahead, say it.
What do you want to do, Mother?
There was milk. There was some serious milk talk. I was shaking my head. I was like, what the hell just happened? Richard's wife is a piece of trash. I'm sorry. He said that. I didn't say that. We talked about Richard cutting toenails. Richard also said his wife has a heavy flow. And Josh did talk about his period experiences. Meemaw came over to work on electrical work on the old house. I love that. Meemaw also sang Hank Williams Sr. songs. We talked about porn on wrestling tapes, and if you know what that is, everyone's done that. Richard does not know the difference between a bender and a habit, and this is why I love you, Josh, because he actually argued with you about it, looked it up on Google, and was so mad that you could not agree with him.
You can't get an edge. Yeah. Let me ask you, Gene, and you don't have to agree with me or BT because you're in you're witnessing this right now. But whenever you hear the term "he's on a bender," what do you immediately think of?
That they're drunk, like they're like out of control drinking.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of someone being on a pot bender?
No. Never.
You don't even associate that word with marijuana, do you?
No.
Not even in the least.
Not at all, no.
Most normal people don't, but this motherfucker was like fixated. Oh, no, it can apply to that. It can apply to
no, he said a bender can apply to anything. You can have a bender doing anything.
So you can be on like a
a food bender.
Pizza bender or a
Or watch a
fucking-
bunch of TV shows. A bunch of TVs. Watch a bunch of TV shows, and I'm bender. I was bent. No, you're binging those. You're not.
I was like, he's confusing the way he's conflating binge and bender as being the same.
Oh my
interchangeable.
God! I was just
Bless his
like,
heart.
come on, give us a break with that, Richard. Richard.
All right, so that's what's happening with P3 Radio. Be sure you check out RetroWrestlingArchive.club. That's where you can find the links to all of our stuff, the store, the Facebook group, all that good stuff can all be found at RetroWrestlingArchive.club. You can check out the new episodes of all the different shows, the World Class show, the ECW show, USWA Power Pro, Beyond Wrestling, Retro Wrestling, all that stuff's right there at that link. It's as DT would say, the link of all links. Isn't that the phrase?
That's
you use?
it. Link of all
Perfect.
links.
Perfect description. Well, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for another episode of the Retro Wrestling Review USWA podcast.
Love my mama.
Step inside the Neutral Corner Lounge, grab a drink, and pull up a chair. You might know the faces, and you definitely know the names, but you don't know the real story. Welcome to Beyond Wrestling, hosted by me, Rob Helt. Every episode, we sit down with some of the biggest and even smallest personalities in the business. But there's a catch. We leave the squared circle at the door. We're not talking about angles, road trips, title runs, anything like that. We're talking about real life. I try to give you the person behind the persona. We dive into their hidden passions, their off-the-clock lives, and what actually makes them tick when the cameras stop rolling and the boots come off. If you want to know who these people are, who they are when they aren't playing a character, this is the only place to be. Subscribe to Beyond Wrestling with Rob today on YouTube or your preferred podcast platform. Find all the great content we provide here at Jackson Media Creations at RetroWrestlingArchive.club. Step into the lounge, grab a drink, we'll save you a seat.